everyone, Lucas here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a topic us wedding videographers are very familiar with, lighting. And more specifically, do we actually need it? I think that the common answer in our industry would be a resounding yes, but my personal opinion is that it is not necessary, especially if you're just starting out. So I know that when you're starting out, it can often feel like you're just maybe that next piece of gear away from leveling up your game and being able to charge more to your clients. But for the first 7 years of my career, I did not use any lighting at all. And to be honest, most of the time it worked out just fine. And cameras have actually come a long way since then with dual native ISO, and most modern cameras that we all use are excellent in low light, which even further reduces the need for lighting. I did recently add lighting to my gear setup on a wedding day, and right now I use this just right beside me here, and that is the SmallRig RC30 along with a Ulanzi light stand and a Neewer V-mount battery. So this setup is super compact. I'm not actually sure if I've seen any other wedding videographers use it, but I love that the light has an adjustable beam angle. It's bright enough for me. I can change the color temperature, and it's just small, compact, and gets the job done. Now the downside is the build quality is not great, but it's also very affordable, which is another nice benefit. So something that isn't always talked about is that lighting can be a hassle, and not just for you as the wedding videographer getting everything set up and carrying it around, but also for your couples and your guests. And so I've had couples actually ask me about my lighting setup and if I had one in the past and recommended against using it. I've also had guests straight up turn my lights off at the reception without my notice or without telling me during dancing, which is kind of speaks to maybe how the general public feels about it. And just a lot of reception venues are not overly conducive to having multiple large light stands sitting around. And so that is where potentially you can either opt to not use any lighting at all, or this little setup here works really well and is generally out of the way and most people do not notice it. So I would say that lighting is not essential, but it can definitely add production value to your films when done correctly and in the right scenarios. My recommendation would be to hold off until you get your systems and your workflows down pat on the wedding day itself. And then when you feel like you can add lighting without it taking away from other parts of your craft on the wedding day, that's when I would say to go for it. If you would like to organize the back end of your business, including film delivery, leads, bookings, project management, and so much more, check out Lemlii. It's the tool that we built specifically for wedding videographers. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video.